Welcome to the Devonport Naval Heritage Centre YouTube channel. In this video we're going to have a look at the Figurehead Collection. The Figurehead Collection has been kept in many locations over the years. First in number 1 covered slip on the south yard. Next the collection moved to the fire station, as shown here in a photograph from 2015. The collection is now on display in the Plymouth City Museum, the box, arranged to cascade down towards the entrance, providing a visual spectacle. This doesn't mean the Naval Heritage Centre is devoid of figureheads. In this video we will have a look at the figureheads and the history of the vessels they belong to that are still in the Devonport Naval Heritage Centre. Our figurehead of HMS Rattlesnake is a concrete replica. She was built in Chatham in 1822. HMS Rattlesnake was an Atholl-class frigate armed with 28 guns, most of which were carronades. These large calibre, short-barrelled cannon gave her a heavy broadside but sacrificed longer range and accuracy. In January 1828, HMS Rattlesnake was part of an Anglo-French force of warships that attacked a port on a small Greek island, used as a base for piracy in the eastern Mediterranean, destroying most of the pirate vessels present. 2 years later, in May 1830, she was driven ashore in Algiers, North Africa. After being repaired, she was sent to join the Far East Squadron. Between 1839 and 1842, HMS Rattlesnake saw action in the First Opium Wars in China, including on the River Yangtze. In 1845, HMS Rattlesnake was converted to a survey ship, and when sailing up the northeastern coast of Australia, became the first European ship to survey Cape York Peninsula and transit through the Torres Strait between Australia and New Guinea. She eventually returned to Chatham, where she was broken up in 1860. HMS Duke of Wellington was originally to have been called HMS Windsor Castle and was built in the Pembroke Royal Dockyard in the early 1850s. She was the first of a class of 4 first-rate ships of the line with 131 guns on 3 decks. She was one of the first large Royal Naval warships to have a steam engine as well as her sailing rig. Originally designed with only sails, while still on the stocks in 1851, she was cut into 3 pieces and lengthened by 9 metres to accommodate a 780 horsepower steam engine and a screw propeller. The ship was launched on the 14th of September 1852, the day the Duke of Wellington died. The ship was renamed in his honour, with a new figurehead made in the image of the Duke. This is the figurehead that's now on display in the fire station. When commissioned, the Duke of Wellington was the most powerful ship in the world. She saw action during the Crimean War, but her second-hand steam engine was far from satisfactory, and the process of cutting the ship into 3 pieces to fit that engine had adversely affected her structural integrity. Combined with the move to ironclad warships meant her active career was very short, and she was paid off in 1856. Between 1860 and 1863, she served as the guard ship at Devonport, before being moved to Portsmouth to replace HMS Victory as the flagship of the Port Admiral. Despite being paid out of service in 1888, she took part in the Fleet Review for Queen Victoria's birthday in 1896, being described as dressed smartly for the occasion. HMS Duke of Wellington was broken up on the River Thames in 1904. HMS Rinaldo. HMS Rinaldo was a 17-gun Chameleon-class sloop. The small wooden vessel was fitted with a bark rig which enabled a small crew of 180 to sail her. In addition to the sails, there was a 2-cylinder horizontal single expansion steam engine producing in the region of 200 horsepower. Launched in Portsmouth in 1858, she was one of a class of 8 such vessels. Very little is written about her service history, and she was subsequently scrapped in 1884. To find out more about the Naval Heritage Centre, our opening times and our events throughout the year, please visit our Facebook page and website. Despite being paid out of service in 1888, she took part in the Fleet Review for Queen Victoria's birthday in 1896, being described as dressed smartly for the occasion. HMS Duke of Wellington was broken up on the River Thames in 1904.